for that acupressure. Oh my god. I just did one of those giveaways with other authors for a signed paperback on Instagram. It's international and they were all romantasy books. So I have to ship off the winning copy today. I believe the Marionettes is traveling all the way to Belgium. So I'm gonna make some tea. We're gonna walk it to the post office and it'll be a nice little walk this morning. I already have it packaged up, but I do still need to get the shipping label on it. Hello, Mr. Dean. Also, my kitchen sink is broken and I've made a maintenance request, so I'm low-key hoping they'll fix it while I'm gone. For breakfast, I think we're just gonna have one of these. I made these muffins last night, don't be fooled. It's like banana, applesauce, protein powder, like all my healthy stuff, but it tastes like a brownie. This is what we're having. Yes, my face is a different color from the rest of my body because of my self-tan, but I'm not gonna put on makeup to even it out this morning. So we're just gonna put on some sunscreen and that'll be that. Honestly, it looks like really good weather for a walk. Like it looks really cool out. Me so Jane. I'll be right back. We have returned. I always get nervous with international packages. I hope it makes it there okay. If you also entered the giveaway, thank you so much. If you want to see the next time there's one, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I run them. Or not necessarily where I run them. I was a part of, there's 10 of us. So it's Monday morning. We are still working on Ruthless Ends edits, and I made a plan of attack for myself for today. I was getting overwhelmed. I got some of my beta reader feedback back on all of the book. And so what I did yesterday was I copy and pasted all of the things I know I need to fix into one document, and then I separated it into 3 different like levels of issues. Level 1 being easy fixes, even if they're not like easy and fast, they're simple. Like it's just in a scene, it's just in a chapter to rewrite. It's not gonna affect anything around it. It's not gonna cause a domino effect. Level 2 are still pretty like simple and easy, but they're more like consistency things, like sprinkling in details through multiple scenes just to make sure that this is consistent for this character or for this plot line or whatever. And then level 3 are the major issues that are not definitely going to cause a domino effect, but they might. So I think I want to start with those, even though those are going to be the hardest, because if they change other scenes, I don't want to be making, you know, changes that won't matter. So for today, I'm going to be remaking my wall with all of my note cards and stuff, because right now, you can see some of it. It has all of these sticky notes and stuff from me brainstorming some earlier issues that I was working through in an earlier draft. And I just want a clean slate so I can see the whole plot at a glance. So we're going to make a fresh, completed one, because when I made this one before, it wasn't for the completed book because I hadn't written the ending yet. So we're gonna redo that, and then once I can see it all, I feel like it'll be easier for me to brainstorm how I'm gonna fix these level 3 major issues. And then depending on what I come up with from that brainstorm, maybe we'll tackle something from that. If not, I'll be happy if I just get like a plan of attack for tomorrow down with my brainstorming. And then I also want to tackle a couple of level 1 issues so I can feel like I checked a few things off. So I have this whole like section of the book that it's just like a couple of chapters worth that I know I can rewrite, that it's gonna stay the same no matter what these big changes end up being. I know this section's not gonna change, so I know it's safe to fix these chapters, if that makes sense. So that's our plan for the book today. I also have a couple of like miscellaneous businessy things going on. The puzzle for the Kickstarter is completed, so I've been going back and forth with the company and trying to like set dates and figure out what day I'm gonna actually launch the Kickstarter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm doing a Kickstarter for the Marionettes final book release, and it includes a limited edition jigsaw puzzle. I've talked about it in a few previous vlogs. If you want to be notified of when the Kickstarter goes live, you can sign up at the link down below. The Kickstarter is going to be the only place you can get the jigsaw puzzle. So we have the finalized design. She sent me all of the mock-ups. I already revealed it on Patreon, so if you're on my Patreon, make sure you go look over there if you want to see what the puzzle looks like. Now she's going to be sending me a physical sample, so I'm really excited to see like how it looks in person. And then I'm also in talks with I don't know, I haven't said anything about this yet. I don't know if I want to. Another company. So I've been reviewing a contract that they've sent me. I haven't signed it yet. We're still doing some negotiations and stuff. I'm having some legal help look over the contract with me. So I'm working on that contract stuff right now. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I hope it pans out. I've had a similar thing come through for me several times where an opportunity like this has come by, and it just like ended up not panning out for one reason or another. This is the furthest I've gotten into the process with this though. So this one I'm hoping will actually pan out. And with all that said, today is July 10th. Ruthless Ends is supposed to be releasing on September 22nd. I'm supposed to be getting it to my proofreader, so it needs to be completely done by August 14th. So about a month from today. And we're still doing these major developmental edits. So I think I'm gonna know more by the end of today. Once I finish my board, once I brainstorm these big issues, I think I'm gonna have a better idea of how long this is gonna take me. And this is also, mind you, I've gotten one person's feedback back. I'm still waiting on another beta reader and my critique partner. So they might have some other things up for their feedback. But right now, I have come to peace with the idea of moving the date back a lot more than I had been before. I've kind of like gotten myself into that acceptance of like, it's looking like that might be the direction that we go. And if that's the case, it's okay. Because I was worried mostly logistics wise, because I have this Kickstarter and I have my professionals booked, and I was like, this is gonna be a freaking mess. But thankfully I reached out to my audiobook narrator, and she's the best. Steph, if you're watching this, you are the best. She's gonna work with me, so it's gonna be fine even if I'm late. And then Beth, my proofreader, had some wiggle room too. I haven't reached out to her though, so I'm gonna double check that she still has that wiggle room, but I think it'll be okay. She's so fast. So I think logistics wise, it's going to be okay. If I do end up pushing it back, it'll be exactly a month later, so it'll be coming out October 22nd. Is it release date September 22nd or September 15th? I can't remember. Whatever it is, it's the same day, just in October would be what it would be pushed back to, because I can do that with Amazon without losing my pre-orders. If I pushed it back any further than that, I would lose all my pre-orders, and I don't want to do that. So worst case scenario is it gives me an extra month. And the reason why I'm leaning towards pushing it back is because I actually think I could get this book done by the September date, but it would be a month's worth of like not getting enough sleep, not taking care of myself, pumping so much stress into my system. And if you watch my goals video for this year, my priority of this year was taking care of my health and wellness, and like trying to remove as much of that unnecessary stress from my life, and trying to heal my body from being in fight or flight mode and having like 20 plus years of stress in my system. So doing this to myself for an arbitrary release date seems just to contradict my priorities. So I'm sure some people will be upset if it doesn't come out on time, but I've come, I think, mostly to peace with the idea of moving the date back. When I think about it that way, I'm like, I would rather prioritize myself and prioritize my health and not stress myself trying to meet a deadline that, like, if it comes out a month later, I've never had to do it before. I don't love the idea of pushing it back, but my health meeting a deadline that doesn't really matter. Meeting a deadline that I have proven to myself by like reaching out and like looking into all of the logistics, it wouldn't actually be that big of a deal if I didn't make it. So anyway, that's just kind of like what's going on, what I'm thinking about right now. Like I said, I think I'll have a better idea by the end of the workday today how much time I'm gonna need with this. And the reason why I'm feeling like this now, when I think in the last vlog I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this no problem, I'm feeling so good, is because of the beta reader feedback I got back. It was super helpful. Thank you for watching this. And it wasn't even necessarily anything that she said, but a couple of things that she said like lit a light bulb in my head, and it gave me an idea that I feel like would make the book so much better. So I could get the book ready that just like fixes all the plot holes, just like gets it and everything, but not including this new thing that I want to do. And I want the extra time to be able to do that because I think this will make it a better book, and I want it to be the best book that it can be. So I don't know if any of this is making sense. I also want to be able to take a little bit of extra time to do the line editing of the book and make the writing itself up to my usual quality. I don't want to rush that part. So that's the thought process right now. We are going to get down to making those updated scene cards for the wall, and we'll go from there. Mr. Dean has abandoned us. Oh no, he's right there. Also, I don't have, it might be different if I thought I had like one full uninterrupted month, but today's the 10th, and my best friend Paige is getting here on the 18th, and she'll be here until the 24th. So that whole week I will not be working. I will be spending time with my best friend. We're gonna hang out, we're gonna drive up to Seattle. We're hoping to go to the Taylor Swift concert in Seattle. We do not have tickets, but we are hoping they will magically fall into our laps. So if anyone has anything they can help us with that, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just go hang out and do whatever. And I was supposed to be in Seattle the week of the 24th for the Wander Writers Retreat anyway. So the fact that the Taylor Swift concert was the day before, I was like, let's just head up to Seattle early. I have to be there anyway. And then Paige is flying out of Seattle the day that the retreat starts, and then I'll be there for that week. So for that week I will be writing a little bit, but also like exploring Seattle and hanging out with some other authors. So honestly, this week is all I have for getting some serious, uninterrupted, at-home work done. And then the next 2 weeks are gonna be pretty like social and busy. And then I'll only have like 2 weeks left in August. So I think it's unrealistic to expect that of myself. Honestly, with this pending work order, I'm like afraid to start anything because they're supposed to reach out to you and schedule it and like let you know when to expect them. Last time they just showed up in the middle of the day when I wasn't expecting them. They didn't give me any notice. I think it was in the bath last time, so it was like, now I'm afraid to like do anything and like be in the middle of my workout or something and have them show up randomly. So I feel like I'm just gonna be like sitting around waiting all day to see if they show up, and they might not even show up today. I hate it. Anyway, this is one of the 2 boxes. I think the other one's supposed to get here tonight. I just got like a little restock of my books for signed copies because I didn't have any of the Marionettes ones left. And I don't know, I've gotten like a lot of notifications of people when you can like choose to be notified when they're restocked to my website. And I've gotten a lot of people requesting to be notified, so I know a lot of people are waiting for them. I was planning on not doing another restock and just waiting until the Kickstarter, because you can order the signed books through the Kickstarter. I don't know if I'm gonna put these up before that or not, because the thing is, for me, it would be easier to wait for the Kickstarter and to just do it all in one go. I also know, just from an awareness standpoint, no matter how many times I say it, no matter how many places I say it, no matter how much I try and get the word out, like, you can order the signed copies through the Kickstarter. That's the only place you can do it. It's for a limited time. I know people aren't gonna do it, and then afterwards they're gonna be like, where are they? They're not in your shop, or they're not gonna understand it. Like, I just know it's gonna be a thing. Or people are gonna be confused because they've never used Kickstarter before. Like, I just know. I can't remember how many I got, honestly. Part of it is also, since I've been doing these giveaways, I did one for Broken Perfect Lies, and I did one for a paperback of the Marionettes. That was my last paperback copy of the Marionettes. So I figured I might as well at least have some stock in case I end up doing some more giveaways. The paperbacks are what I'm waiting on. They should be here tonight. There we go. 60 Marionettes, 5 new Wicked Souls, 4 new Bloodless Ties, because I already had 1 of Bloodless Ties left. So now I've got an equal number of these, 1 more of these, because the first book in the series always sells out faster. Now let's see if we can fit them on the shelves over there. I don't know. Amazon drives me so crazy with how inconsistent they are with their printing. Like, look at how much this is on the spine when it should not be. Like this one. Perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Exactly the way it's supposed to look. This one, you see how off-center that is? So annoying. And it's like, these ones are a little bit off too. It's like, I can't even, more often than not, it's messed up. We got them to fit. Honestly, when ones are messed up this much, I think my personal copies look better than that, so we'll probably end up keeping that, and I'll send my personal copy to someone. Okay, I have completed the new cards. I forgot like how many chapters there were in this thing. There's so many. We got a new sink. Dean was very upset and he was hiding under here with me. I felt weird with him like working back there. So I actually was just updating my spreadsheets of all of my business expenses because I haven't been up to date with that for the past few months. So we've been doing spreadsheets. It's now almost 5 p.m. I got all the old cards taken down. We're gonna have to put the new ones up for the wall. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to be like working late tonight. I haven't gotten my workout in because, like I thought, they showed up at 4 o'clock here unexpectedly without any notification. I was laying down in bed. I was gonna take a nap, and then there was a knock on the door. So now I'm gonna get my workout in because now I don't feel like I'm like waiting and I can't do it. I might try and get a little more work done on the book tonight. It also might just be one of those days where we didn't get a ton done. It took me a long time to make all these note cards though. And I also think just the act of them was helpful. I'd like flip through the whole book and like look at everything. So it was a good refresher, just like a brief at a glance refresher for me. I did want to get some more rewrites done and brainstorm and stuff today, but honestly, I am so freaking exhausted today. I don't know what it is. I just feel so tired. So I don't want to push it. Maybe it's just today's not the day. Maybe tomorrow. Also, I'm in a really good mood because things have just been going really well after kind of like a rough patch as far as like marketing goes with the books. I won't get like super into it because that's what our self-pub 101 videos on Patreon have been focused on lately, are like these new things that I'm trying and like all the behind the scenes stuff of that. But I want to show you this graph because it's so funny, like how clear it is when I started this new thing that I'm doing with my marketing. It's very clear how successful it's been. Like not even looking at the numbers, just looking at the bar graph from the last 90 days, you can see like things were kind of dipping down, and like right here at that low point is when I was starting the new marketing thing. Amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna go work out and then probably just hang out, maybe read a book. I don't know. Have a chill evening. Get away from the work stuff, and making videos feels like part of the work stuff. So we're gonna end the vlog here. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you guys are all doing well. All the links are down below in the description as per usual, and I will see you guys in our next video very, very soon. Bye. No. It's real.